People, good morning. How are we all doing? Hopefully you're all doing very, very well. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget as well to like and share the vids. Also, give your boy a follow on Instagram if you want to know what I get up to when I'm not sitting down on the green chair filming these videos. Ade Oladipo is the Instagram name. All right, let's quickly talk about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is an enigma, isn't he? He really is a character. I think he's fantastic for the sport of boxing. Yes, I think he chats a lot of shit sometimes, but boy, when he gets in that ring, he delivers. He just does, right? I mean, funny, I saw a photo of him the other day with the Mountain 4. Did you guys see that? Because there's been a lot of talk about 4 versus Tyson Fury, and they're both there with their tops off, and 4 looks in incredible shape. I don't know if you guys follow strongman at all, but 4 was for a few years the world's strongest man, and he's lost an incredible amount of weight. Like literally, I would say about 6 or 7 stone, maybe more, because he was huge, and now he just looks ripped. So he's standing next to Tyson Fury, you know, the heavyweight world champion, and Tyson Fury's belly's hanging over his trousers a little bit. He's got, you know, he's got that weird body shape, and like, it's weird to think that Tyson Fury would fuck that man up in seconds in the ring, like destroy. Like nothing about Tyson Fury's look suggests that he can do what he does in the ring. Like nothing. Like even his gas tank. Like, you know, when you associate, you know, when you think of someone that is sort of fit, right? Fit. You think abs. You know, you just that's what we've been sold, right? Like that's fitness right there. I've never seen Tyson Fury get tired. I've never seen him get tired in the ring. Like he has a gas tank which just is incredible. Honestly, he is. I mean, in years to come, they'll study Tyson Fury because he's incredible. He's now looks like he's come out of retirement. Hey, surprise, surprise, and wants to fight Dereck Chisora to the point where he made a video saying sign the effing contract, Dereck Chisora. So I'm guessing Tyson Fury's people reached out to 258 management. I think they have, because I saw KD. I don't know if you guys know who KD is, but he's one of the big guys at 258 management, and he put a screenshot of him having a FaceTime call with Tyson Fury. So look, maybe there really are conversations. Obviously, a lot of people are upset about this. They're like, what, Chisora? Like, you know, the lineal heavyweight champion of the world shouldn't be fighting Chisora, who's coming off a win against Pulev. I do remember though, yeah, this was either pre or post Wilder, the third one. I remember a journalist asking Tyson Fury, like, your next 4 or 5 fights. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I do remember him saying Dillian Whyte, then Chisora, and then 2 fights with AJ. Do you remember that? So if that was the case, he's only sticking to what he told us, I think about 8 or 9 months ago, maybe a bit longer, maybe about a year ago. I'm sure of it. Again, could be wrong in terms of the order of fights, but I do remember him saying Dillian Whyte, Chisora, which shocked a few people, and AJ back to back. Fingers crossed that kind of plays out. Look, I remember both fights he had with Chisora, one for the British title and one I think might have been for a European title a few years back, and both of them he won comfortably, like very, very comfortably. The second one was a beatdown. The first one, you know, Chisora tried at times, but Fury's style is just, it's almost made for Chisora. A ball that comes in and Fury just moves side to side and pot shots him, and you know, when he wants to put his feet down and really hurt Chisora, he can. We don't want to see that again. I mean, we don't. I mean, there are fun fights out there for Chisora to have, and there are fun fights out there for Fury to have, and that combination isn't fun. It isn't. I don't think Fury necessarily hurts Chisora like, you know, people were talking about Wilder versus Chisora, but I just don't want to see it. I've seen it twice. You know, for trilogies, there needs to be a level of controversy. Apologies. It needs to be one apiece, maybe. You don't do a trilogy if you 2 zip up and both fights have been easy. Why are we doing a trilogy for? So, no, I don't want to see it. But again, I do go back to what Fury said. Fury did say it. He told us Dillian Whyte, Dereck Chisora, and AJ twice. He heard it. I think what Fury is doing, and I guess, look, by the way, let me go back a bit. I do think that we have this nostalgia thing about us where we think, in the 80s and 90s, heavyweights would never do this, and fighters were always fighting the best. No, it wasn't. The best were fighting the best all the time. It wasn't like that, especially in British boxing. We have it in British boxing over here, where sort of the best periods of British boxing we always refer to as the 90s, right? Everyone talks about the 90s when British boxing was on ITV and it was sort of drawing in millions. Eubank, Ben, and Nassim Hamed fought some duds. I remember it like it was yesterday. Some duds. So don't think that back in the day was good and right now is shit, and how dare Tyson Fury fight Dereck Chisora. People did it back in the day as well. I don't want to see it. I'm like you guys, I don't want to see it, but I do want to see Tyson Fury fight, if I'm honest with you. And I feel like Tyson Fury is just waiting for the outcome of AJ Usyk. That's all he's waiting for. And this might just be, like when Canelo fought, and this is not being disrespectful to Chisora, but kind of similar, isn't it? When Canelo fought Rocky Fielding, and I guess Avni yielded him, although Avni yielded him, there was a vacant belt on the line, but it's those kind of matchups, and then you have a serious one. So if Tyson Fury's run is Wilder, White, Chisora, winner of AJ Usyk, I'm not complaining. You can't complain with that. You can't, right? I mean, it's a big if, by the way, but I think it's a realistic if as well. Well, he's already done two of them. He's already done Wilder, back-to-backs with Wilder, by the way, and he's done Dillian White. Now, if he does fight Chisora, he will. If AJ wins, he will 1,000,000,000% fight AJ. So that's not a bad run. If Usyk wins, I don't know. I don't think he will. But if it plans out, it is Wilder, White, Chisora, AJ. That's all right. Again, I mean, everyone does it. Stop acting like people don't do these things. I remember when Floyd Mayweather had the pick of the bunch and fought Victor Ortiz, and I was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I know Victor Ortiz beat Andre Burt. I was like, "What?" And then when Floyd Mayweather, look, this is probably a silly comparison comparing Floyd to Tyson Fury, but I'm just trying to say everyone does it. Do you know what I mean? When Floyd Mayweather fought the Ghost, Robert Guerrero, better opponents out there, and there are better opponents for Fury. I do feel like, look, Fury and Chisora get on; they're friends, and I just wonder if he's just trying to give him a payday and a world title shot. Has Chisora had a world title shot? Did Vitali have a world title when he fought him? I think so, but maybe it's just helping him out, throwing him a bone. And to be fair, Chisora will make a lot of money in that fight. So, I don't know. Look, what do we want? Do we want Hathor Bjornsson? We're hearing about that, or do we want him to have a real fight against someone that will fight back? I'll pick a real fight against someone that will fight back, but we'll see. We'll see. Again, this is Tyson Fury we're talking about here. So you take everything with a pinch of salt. What's smaller than a pinch? A grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of salt. That's Tyson Fury. But look, we'll see what happens. He's waiting for the outcome of Usyk AJ, and then we'll know. But I will go back to it. If the run is back-to-back with Wilder, White, Chisora, AJ, sign me up. Sign me up now. Peace and love.